Hi, I'm Zessa Lowry. I'm the editor of the Kicked Out anthology and author of the queer novel Roving Pack. In 2013, I was selected as one of the winners of the Lambda Literary Foundation Emerging Queer Writer Awards. And there have been so many LGBTQ books that have really literally saved my life. I couldn't pick one to make a video about, so I picked two. The first one is Am I Blue, which is actually the very first LGBTQ book that I ever saw or read, and I bought it at the Barnes & Noble in Clackamas, Oregon, and I just turned 17, and I hid it under my mattress and would read it in the middle of the night when no one in my house was awake. It is falling apart. And I actually took it with me when I ran away from home later that year, and it really was the first time I'd seen any gay stories anywhere, and so for that reason, this book will always be really special to me. The other book, or one of the other books that has really changed my life, saved my life, was Boys Like Her by Taste This, which was this amazing collective of queer and trans writers and artists. And I got this book, this copy of the book was lent to me by the Linda Hummer, who was a teacher I had, who was actually my first writing teacher and the first person to encourage me to write stories and to write at all. And she lent me the book. My name was in it. I was in a class of hers, and I didn't return it. I opened it, and I was mesmerized. I think I read the entire thing, like the first day she gave it to me, and I was just transfixed by the pictures and these really gritty, graphic stories of queer lives and really complicated genders and experiences and trauma and love and sex, and I couldn't give the book back. And so I started hiding from her. I didn't have any classes from her the next semester, and so I would be darting into classrooms that were dark and down stairways and avoiding her, because if I saw her, I knew she was going to ask for this book back, or in my head she was going to ask for the book back, and I couldn't give it back to her because I couldn't figure out how to get my own copy of it. The feminist bookstore in Portland, Oregon told me that they couldn't get me a copy of it because it was out of print. This is before we all had the internet, before I could go on Amazon.com and find a copy of this book. So I was I needed this book, and I carried it everywhere with me and reread it again and again and again, and it's falling apart because I just couldn't put it down. And this is Kool-Aid. Is what happened over here. I think this is lube. I'm not really sure. All I knew was that there was this book, and it was written by crusty queer kids like I was, and that my friends were, and I saw myself and my world reflected in this book, and it gave me so much hope, and it also really inspired me to write my own stories. So this is one of the LGBTQ books that really saved my life.